Hey guys, so time for a Leakly update. I don't know why I call it a Leakly update. I don't do these like weekly. I think there's too much information all the time. I do them sporadically because that's when information comes out, but I like the term Leakly update, so whatever, I'm using it. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to just talk about a bunch of stuff that's happened in the speculation and World of Smash Brothers Ultimate leaks over the last couple days or week or whatever here. So number one thing is that the Sassy Gino image, which I was really locked in for the past few days. I was thinking that's it, that's the leak that is this mysterious leak that Tansut was talking about that is a real leak that's out there that got some people on the inside angry about and that they've been we've been trying to find this leak and what leak it could be. I was really thinking it was Sassy Gino. I had a ton to say about Sassy Gino. We had found out that the background was probably from Delfino Plaza. There was a lot to say. There was all these leaks that came out that were kind of either connected to it in some way, either like maybe the guy posted the same thing because it was in the same thread, or this one came out, but it came out after this. So was it based on the Sassy Gino image, or was it the one that was used as the base for it? There was a ton. I had a whole video ready on that, and then last night it came out that we found out where the Sassy Gino image came from, and it is fake. It is totally fake. It is from a Project M mod that has Gino, and it's just his dizzy animation. The person even came out and showed, like, we have the exact image that was used for it and just blurred, basically. So that one is fake. So with that one fake, a whole bunch of other ones came out as being fake too. I guess, I don't know, maybe the fact that there's a real leak out there and people are really looking at all these leaks that we've gotten over the past month or so has made some of these fake leakers come out and just admit, no, I faked it, because maybe they want us to find the real one. So a lot of leaks have been debunked over the last few days. So with that said, I have no clear frontrunner for what the leak that might be real is, which one it is that's out there that Tansa is talking about. I have no idea. It doesn't seem like anybody really has an idea. There's no clear frontrunner. The Sassy Gino image, I like that term too. People did that because he looks sassy. I like it. I like it. It's a cool personality for him. Why not? I'm not mad at it. But yeah, the Sassy Gino image was the frontrunner, and yeah, now it's debunked. So we have nothing clearly that this is probably the one Tansa is talking about. Now, I did manage to find the original leak Tansa did about Cloud, so I'm just going to read it here. So this is what he said, and usually I do not like riddle leaks, but this was in fact a riddle leak. This was posted on November 12th. This was right before we got Cloud announced, and Tansut posted this. He said, "Since this thread is going insanely fast, I might as well make a fun prediction. To coincide with the December launch of Episode 7, the beloved blonde protagonist Luke Skywalker will be revealed, along with a Bespin stage, or something along those lines. Smiley face." So when Cloud was revealed, that was the same year that Force Awakens was coming out, and that is Episode 7, Final Fantasy 7, blonde-haired protagonist Luke Skywalker. Cloud is a blonde-haired protagonist, and a Bespin stage. Bespin is the planet where Cloud City is in Star Wars. That's where Tansut's credibility is coming from. It's that post. It was pretty clear, especially because he said something along those lines, that he was being cryptic about it. He was hiding some information in that. And just all those things stacked up together. Episode 7, blonde-haired protagonist, and especially to me, Bespin, because that's Cloud City. Yes, he did in fact know about Cloud beforehand and was leaking it. I know it's cryptic, I know it's a coded thing, but yeah, I have to say that's real credibility. That means he did know about Cloud before anybody else knew about Cloud. So Tansut did come out and say some further things about this mysterious real leak we have floating around. So I'm going to read those posts now. Alright, this post is really important because it narrows things down a lot, so I'm just going to read it. First he says, "Alright, it's Friday and I feel like the clock is ticking until we get legitimate new stuff to talk about anyway. It was not Nintendo that had some internal discussion, annoyance, whatever about a leak. I mean, maybe they did separately, but I'm not aware of it if that's the case. I feel like this confirms Vergibin's stance on there being a rep from that company, but as I've said, I don't know anything about what the leak is. Whether it's public or in private circles, whether it's a video, picture, text, etc. This also leads me to believe which character it is based on the glut of leaks, fake or otherwise, surrounding them. But I really hate outright guessing because I still legitimately have no actual knowledge of which character it is. So y'all can assume or get hype at your own discretion, but that's pretty much all I know. Everything else is guesswork. He also goes on to say, my connections were pretty tenuous, albeit reliable, so it doesn't seem worth it to do the my uncle who works at Nintendo route with it. Okay, so what can we gather from all this? Well, from his past information, he said it wasn't the Ken leak. So we know it's not Capcom. And now that he's saying the company that Vergeben's talking about, it's pretty much has to be Square Enix. I was assuming that because his past information had to do with Cloud, but now we pretty much know for sure the company he's talking about that got their feathers ruffled, as he put it last time, is indeed Square. He straight up said it's not Nintendo, so yeah, it's pretty much, it has to be Square because that's the only company Vergeben's really been talking about. The fact that he said they got their feathers ruffled, I thought might have been a hint because his old leak was like a riddle to Cloud, so I was thinking potentially Decidueye, but that would only work if it was Nintendo. Potentially Banjo-Kazooie if it was Microsoft, but now since Vergeben, Vergeben talked a little bit about Microsoft with the Minecraft content, so maybe it's a Banjo-Kazooie leak, but it really feels like the way that he's talking about Vergeben, the way that he's had Cloud information in the past, that it is talking about a Square Enix character. The fact he says the glut, he uses the word glut of leaks, it makes me assume it's a character that we hear a lot about, which, I mean, Geno bias, again, full force here, but that is Geno, the character that's from Square that we're hearing a ton of leaks about. It's Geno. Now, he says he isn't sure exactly which character it is that, annoyed Square or whatever company this is, but I have to say, most likely, given all the information he's saying here, that, yeah, his guess is probably Geno, even though he doesn't want to come out and say it. Now, he's also said he doesn't know if the leak is an image leak, text leak, what, video leak, who knows, but that something annoyed them. He said before he assumed it was an image leak because that's the sort of thing that would maybe ruffle some feathers internally. But now he's saying he really doesn't know for sure. Most of our good Geno image leaks have been debunked. Now, it's possible it's some sort of text leak or something, could involve Geno or somebody else. Again, I feel like since he said the glut of the leaks, and that it's probably pointing towards that company that Vergeben's talking about, it almost certainly is a Square character, and the glut of leaks is Geno. There was a few things towards like Sora, a Dragon Quest character, but I still feel like I wouldn't call that the glut of the leaks. They're almost all Geno leaks as far as the Square rep goes. Now, once again, I am biased about this, and Tansa is saying he's not sure which character it is. But I feel like, I guess what I'm saying is that the character I think he thinks it is Geno. What character it actually is, who knows? What leak it actually is, who knows? So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all we have to go off on this one, and it seems like we're probably going to get information soon. I mean, he even says he feels like we're getting information soon. There's some other things pointing towards that, which I'll talk about in a bit, so we probably won't have long to wait here, but yeah, I have no idea what leak this is. If anybody has any ideas of what it could be, there was some decent Sora leaks out there. I've heard like one okay Dragon Quest leak. I can't really think of any other good Square leaks that are out there that would maybe get the company mad, but he even said it might even be in private. I don't know exactly how that would work. Like, part of the company found out about a character that shouldn't have. Maybe Nintendo released too much too early and Square doesn't like that to, their reviewers or something. I really have no idea, but yeah, it's a weird one. It's a weird thing, and we're just going to have to keep hunting for it, I guess. So another thing that happened recently is CoroCoro magazine has now printed 103 stages as the stage count for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, this is what the August Direct said, and initially I took Sakurai's word for that being the final stage count. The fact that we had blank spaces in the stage count I thought were just, spots for potential DLC stages. But now CoroCoro is retracting what they said last time, which was 108 stages, and saying 103. So is 108 stages a misprint, or was that actually the final stage count, and Sakurai really was just sort of mistranslated, and 103 was just where we're at the August Direct, and CoroCoro just, jumped the gun here and posted 108 too early, and is now going back to the official count of right now 103. I have no idea. If our final stage count is 103, it doesn't bode too well for characters that don't have, their series represented yet, because they most likely get a stage, but that doesn't always happen. Fire Emblem characters in Melee didn't have a stage, so this does happen sometimes, so it's still possible we could get some characters that, don't have stages, and we'll just maybe get the stages DLC or something down the road. Who knows? The most interesting thing there for me is that I feel like the best way to represent Minecraft was always a stage, and Verge have been saying Minecraft content in the game in some form. Now, he always seems unsure exactly of what that means, so it could just be an assist trophy, it could be as little as a trophy like Rayman got, though I think it'd be really weird for Nintendo to go to Microsoft and get just a trophy. Though it was weird to just get Rayman as a trophy from Ubisoft, and I really thought Rayman was probably going to happen as DLC for Smash after that happened, or Smash 4 specifically. It didn't. I thought Rayman would be in this game. We still haven't seen him, at least not up until this point. So yeah, maybe Nintendo did just get like a trophy or an assist trophy for Minecraft. Totally possible. It's also possible Steve is a playable character, and that's the Minecraft content. But then it's odd he wouldn't get a stage. Also completely possible that the Minecraft content is DLC. Verge seemed unsure about the Square rep, just that we'd get one, but when the box theory came out, he said, well, maybe the Square rep's DLC. He really doesn't know. He's just heard Nintendo has talked to that company or something along those lines. So, you know, it's possible Nintendo just talked to Microsoft, and that's where he got the Minecraft content from. He talked to Microsoft, maybe something about Minecraft, but he doesn't really know when it's showing up. Maybe this game's going to have tons of DLC. Maybe the game is going to end at the box theory, but we're going to start getting, you know, waves of DLC like right away. I have no idea, but, you know, 103 stages, it is a little strange for characters that would probably need stages and what that means for their chances. Again, totally possible 108 is the final stage count, and Korokoro just jumped the gun and is now retracting that statement simply because of where we're at for information here. So again, we're just going to have to wait and see. It seems like we're going to get information very soon here. The game comes out also very soon here. It's like, what, a month and a half away or something like that? So, you know, not too much longer of a wait to find out all this information anyway. So 103 stages, 108 stages, we're in the dark here. Another interesting thing that's come out is Sakurai retweeted something about a Nintendo Live 2018 event that takes place in Tokyo on November 3rd through November 4th, I believe. It also takes place again in Kyoto a little later in the month, but Sakurai retweeted it, and also Mishima on Twitter noticed that it does not say it's going to be the demo build. Now, that could just be, you know, some sort of typo or something. You know, maybe they just put Smash and thought that was enough, and people just assume it's a demo build. I don't really know, but it's also possible we'll get Smash information before that, and maybe we'll know the full game, and the full game will be playable or something to that extent at this Nintendo Live 2018 event. Possible. I'm thinking probably it's just going to be the demo version, and we'll get a bit more information after that. That'll give us, you know, basically our final look at the game. Now, there's a lot of talk behind the scenes about how now we're going to get a direct in November, in early November. So this would be right after this Nintendo Live event, seems to be when people are guessing we're going to get some sort of direct. I was thinking before that we'd get something here in October, but October is ticking down, and now there's all these, you know, whispers of something happening in early November. Spawn Wave did an excellent video about what he's heard about it, and I've heard other people talking about this too. That's something in, again, early November, like November 5th through like November 15th. I've heard November 7th through November 12th. I've heard a bunch of things. Basically, right after this Nintendo Live event, sometime in like the next week or so, I've heard we're going to get some sort of direct. I've also heard we may be getting 2 directs in November, so I don't know if that means like a Pokemon Direct for Pokemon Let's Go and a Smash Direct, or a Nintendo Direct and a Smash Direct. I'd have to assume at least one of those directs is going to be a Smash Direct. Pokemon sometimes doesn't get a direct this late in the game. They usually just get you know, information put out there, but the Pokemon Directs tend to be for game announcements and not right before launch. However, if like Incineroar is in Smash, I could see a Pokemon Direct ending with that. I could also see them doing another Nintendo Direct maybe. Seems a little early for that, putting some Pokemon information in there and then releasing a few Smash characters. But again, I do feel like we're going to get some sort of Smash Direct, and apparently there's a lot of rumors that we may be getting 2 Directs in November. If I had to guess right now, and I'm terrible at guessing directs, so take this, you know, as it is, but if I had to guess, I'd say at the end of the Nintendo Live event, they will announce some kind of direct, whether that be a Pokemon Direct, a Smash Direct, or a Nintendo Direct happening within the next week or so. That direct will happen and probably give us all the Smash information that we need. It'll probably be, like I said, like a Smash Direct with everything. And then later in the month, we will get some other direct with a little tidbit of the final piece, maybe the final character or something about DLC or something for Smash right before Smash Ultimate comes out. That's my guess. The other possibility is the reverse of that, which is we do the Nintendo Live event, they announce some sort of direct, let's say like the Pokemon Direct. We get a Pokemon Direct within the next week or so, and at the end of that, like Incineroar is revealed, and then we wait until later in the month and we get a full Smash Direct right before the game comes out. Either one of those is pretty much what I'm banking on at this point. Another thing that's going on right now is Crunchy, who I linked to that channel in my last video, put out the Super Smash Bros. Menu theme. Well, they put out other Super Smash Bros. Ultimate themes, and they also seem to be putting down these weird hints. They're like numbers. People found the first one led to a Xenoblade Chronicles 2 song, and there was another one that I don't think anybody's cracked, which was just a bunch of letters. So they're putting down these weird hints. They're putting out real Super Smash Bros. Ultimate information, actual new tracks. Supposedly they have permission from Nintendo to put those down. That's what I've heard. So I doubt that their hints are hinting towards like characters or something. I feel like that would be crazy of them to do if they're actually being allowed by Nintendo to release new Smash tracks. So most likely their hints are maybe at tracks that are going to be in the game, music that's going to be in the game. That's their focus. So I assume that's what they're hinting at. It is very interesting, though, that they have new Super Smash Bros. Music, and they're putting them out. Apparently, Nintendo's okay with this, and that really points to the game has probably gone gold. I talked about that in the last video. Some people seem to have the game, like reviewers and insiders and stuff like that. So yeah, I believe Smash has probably gone gold, and the full version of the game is floating around out there somewhere. So we may get a major leak soon. If not, I do think we're going to get a major dump of probably all the Smash information at least as early November. I don't think it's going to go too far into November without us knowing pretty much everything about this game. As a final note, just as a Geno fan, this happened. Someone asked Xander Mobus, who does the announcer voice in Smash, if he could put Geno in the game, and he said, "Let me get right on that." I don't think this goes either way for Geno's chances. Basically, Xander has said in the past that he has no control over who gets in the game, and this is a really just kind of sarcastic, offhanded comment, but I thought it was worth noting because it's what's new in, Geno speculation talk. Obviously, the biggest thing in Geno speculation talk is that Sassy Geno is no longer possible real leak. So that's unfortunate. But I do still think Geno has a very, very good shot at getting in this game. I am not swayed whatsoever one way or the other by Sassy Geno being debunked. Geno was always very likely, in my opinion, ever since the Mii costume got that splash art, ever since Sakurai was saying he wanted Geno, and now Square's on board with Smash this time. I still think Geno is extremely likely in the top 3 most likely characters. So now we basically have 2 questions. When is the Direct actually going to happen? Or are we going to get, 2 Directs in November? Is it going to be a Smash Direct, which, where are these Directs going to happen? Is that, 2 Directs in November, 1 early November, right after the Nintendo Live event? Is that actually going to happen? And then which leak is potentially out there that is actually possibly real? So those 2 things are really what, this video is going to leave you off with, but hopefully you can wait a week or 2 and we'll know some information here, because that's pretty much what it is. At this point, we're so close to getting information. There's the possibility that a huge leak could drop at any moment if the game's going gold and it's in the hands of some people. So, there's a waiting game, but the clock is getting low. We're getting very close. So I'm just going to end this video off the way I did my last couple videos, which is basically I've created a Discord, a Patreon, and I linked my Twitter all to this channel. So those are all in the About section of this channel. So if you want to talk to me on Discord or Twitter, if you want to, donate anything to me, go on Patreon. Those are all in my About section. Feel free to go look at any of that stuff if you're interested. And, I hope to see you guys over in the Discord or whatever. I like talking to people on there. I like connecting with people on my Twitter. So any of that stuff, if you're interested, feel free. So once again, thank you guys for all the subscribes, all the likes. It really helps out the channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so, or like the video, or leave a comment, whatever you want. Until next time, have a good one.